cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80+ language, simply skip the video.
So, vlog number 133, and the thing is, I think I'm coming to some sort of vlogging format slash uploading schedule that actually really fits my character, my daily habits. I can implement it pretty fast, so it wouldn't be a burden, because this is also something, you know, in the beginning of this vlog is going to be about my vlogging journey, and I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. And you know what, even if nobody would watch it, I will use it later as some reference point. And like always, you know, my vlogging journey is about trying to reach some people, and not only this, I'm also trying to improve the quality of my speaking and communication. I think is number one. If people would have taught me this when I would be, let's say, around 8, 10, you know, my life would be a total different thing. But what I also do believe in is it comes with as a package deal, and there's nothing that comes like a standalone skill. I don't believe in this. It always comes with, let's say, mindset. Let's say when it's about communication from my personal perspective, then, and maybe after, you know, at vlog 500 I will laugh about it. But the thing is, this is what I do think at this moment. I'm 46. You know, when it's about speaking, I think I need, everybody needs a good amount of life experience. When it's about life experience, it's also about the depth of it, right? How much are you actually interested in other people? Communication, right? Communication with strangers. I speak every day with strangers. I greet everyday strangers. People shout things to me, positive, mainly positive, sometimes negative, but that is also something, and that is really something that I would like to share. And it's not, I'm not going to spend series about it, but let's talk first about my vlogging thing. This is going to be just my vlogs, where I just share my view on things and maybe share some experiences. And then I got another playlist, you know, that's the calisthenics. I got another playlist here on .com Baron YouTube channel, which is strategy and structure, mindset and life lessons. And I have one that is actually series, where I simply try to stick as long as possible to one single topic, but yeah, also add a lot of different subtopics, which I do believe would strengthening the main topic. So for example, the last topic that I talked about, I still have to upload, is about red flags. You know, everything, I don't believe that things come in singular, you know, characteristics and or, you know, events. And also, especially when it's about the red flags thing, a person never does something wrong only one time. They do it multiple times, because it's embedded in their character. And the thing is, I'm not judgmental, not at all. I think by myself always like this, and trust me, I have dealt with a lot of my own flaws, and still I'm far away from flawless, and I'm very open about this. But you know what I think when I see other people, you know, that I see it like this. First of all, that they don't like to face reality, which means they also are far from being arrived. You know, there are people who simply arrived. They're already so in peace that I am very, that those people I really admire. They're at such a peace of mind. You know, there is nothing, they are unshakable, they are resilient, they are very experienced in life, they have so much real empathy for people. You know, that is something, that is what I want. You know, that kind of total package. Sympathy, empathy, also, you know, control of the inner energy, which I'm very busy with, you know. Also, when I sometimes don't have my moments in the day, because there is not one whole day that I would be off, you know, let's say more to the negative part, which means you can feel a little bit anxiety or whatever, you know. I'm never depressed, but you can worry about things. You know what? I'm very honest about this. Sometimes my day starts with worrying, you know, because there are things going on a level that, you know, that most people not even have to, that they probably would say that only happens in movies, you know. And I'm not trying to brag and or to I don't know what, to get attention by saying weird stuff. No, you know that. But along the way, and that is again to get back to my vlogging journey, you know, along the way I'm already picking videos from the past, and I shot tons and tons of videos which are not, they have never been published, but they're from a period in my life that things went totally bananas. And I always thought like this, probably one day I can use the material to create a story so people can actually see it's real, right? That's another thing. I collected, I even cried a few times on the camera, and just I thought, oh, this is good material. And I didn't do it just, you know, to get attention and or whatever. I thought if I, you know, later on get so incredible much attention, I can tell the story, maybe inspire people, and that is something that's real. And like all my vlogs, if you haven't subscribed yet, help me out over here so I can reach maybe through you, because maybe when you subscribe, maybe you see one video, you talk about it to your friends, you say, what the hell, this is interesting. And when I listen to this guy, here and there he makes me sometimes nuts, but here and there he also sparks a little bit something in my brain, you know. And then you share it with your friend, and then snowballs effect. But this is the thing, and I'm very aware of this. In all my vlogs, I am doing pretty much unscripted talks, simply for one reason, because I want to speak from the heart, and that's what I always want to stick to. Because when I would do scripted, you know, after 5 minutes I have to say this, after 10 minutes I have to say this, I cannot work like this. I can also not be really in the moment, and probably you would also hear it, and then, you know, then it's already going totally nowhere. And, you know, at the moment, do I get the views on my videos that I want? No, not at all. But I also think like this, maybe there's a reason for it, you know. The YouTube algorithm needs to carve out a bit of my audience. Where are you, audience? The thing is, and I'm of course probably changing, you know, I do believe that every 4 weeks it's the format of uploading is changing, the speaking. So like now this is a very solid one. So here we got the series where I have five times 10 minutes videos. They shot in one time, by the way, just to let you know. There's nothing scripted about, but just, you know, I think like this I swirl around one single topic. And yeah, this one is, by the way, about the vlogging thing, but I just want to upload a vlog where I have the freedom to do stuff and tell about why, you know. And maybe I will use it later as my diary, you know. That's also how I see it. And in the meantime, I just can say whatever I want to say. And this morning, I saw a few homeless people actually, and they were constantly speaking. Okay, I didn't understand him, or yeah, that were two guys on two different spots, and they were speaking to themselves. And I think, yeah, well, you know, I think speaking the camera, and maybe one day it's gonna hit somewhere, because I see also sometimes things online, thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Okay, the people who are on the testosterone, drive the Lamborghinis and Bugattis, that is also, and that is very, very trending, let's say it like this. Along the way I will be there. Like I said, also I also went 3 times totally broke, and a few times really serious yeah, without anything. Also at one point, not even food for several days. But again, I'm not looking here for a shoulder to cry up on or whatever. And that's normal people bullshit. No, every day put in the work. We got 18 hours to perform on the highest level possible. And then tomorrow we think, wow, is that everything? So we do it again and again and again and again. And this morning actually, I talked in a supermarket with a young guy. He actually he told me you have to take it a little bit easy. I said no, that's normal people talk. Why would I need to take it easy? And then I actually told him my age, and he said, no, I thought you were 30. Nah, yeah, I take it as a compliment. Some people also say that I'm 35, some people say I'm 38, but they never guess 46. Well, I take it, you know. And the thing is, the main reason that I'm putting in the work every day is simply also, first of all, the brain. You know, there is this, had to keep it as healthy as possible for as long as possible. You know, when you see this, there's one famous actor, and by the way, if you watch my vlogs for the first time, I never speak about names, but there's one, at the moment, one famous actor. He loses all his, that he cannot speak and all that kind of stuff. He has Alzheimer also, I think, just so he forgets who everybody is. And that is serious stuff, people. Health is, yeah, serious. And not only physical health, also I believe in mental health. I'm also a I keep negativity out of my life, relentlessly. And I do believe that negativity is just as bad as cancer. And for example, my stepmother, she died when I was 29. Yeah, she was not to talk bad about the dead, also not to talk bad about the people who actually gave a roof above my head and everything. I'm grateful every day for that. Her tattoo is still, I got her birth date and birth of the dying day tattooed, just also to remind me. Do you need to be reminded about this? Do you want to show the world? No, because when you see it, you would not even know what it is. But I know what it is, and that's for me important. But the thing is, she was actually she approached the world as very negative. And the thing is, there is history behind it, which I'm of course not getting into. But you know, she died when he's at 56, and that would mean I would be dead in 10 years. I would be dead. And if I really look back at the way she approached life, that wasn't very positive. And also, now let's say it like this, she was never actually happy. And so it's not about that you have to chase happiness. I don't believe in this, but I do believe that you have to build some sort of structure, which is a disciplined set of habits that makes you feel fulfilled in the first place. No matter if you go homeless, or you know, you break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, at least you have something for yourself. So that is really for myself very important. I don't need a personal trainer. I don't need another person to tell me that they love me or whatever in order to feel good. Not anymore. I used to be like this. So, you know, I've been there, done that, and a lot of people would say, yeah, but love is important. Yes, it is. But I'm at the moment in a mindset that I can give a lot of love, and I'm willing to give a lot of love without actually having any expectations, because I do believe people who still in the mindset of something you have to give, and especially you need to have attention for it and then actually expect something back, then you're not right, then you're not, let's say, in my eyes, you haven't arrived yet. And I also don't believe that you can make somebody else truly happy. That's what I believe in. And next to that, I talked about this before, you know, people who, you know, they have one girlfriend in their whole life, or maybe 3. You know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna say that you know, going all in? You don't know what all in is. And mentally, physically, they don't know. And do I judge them? No. but also don't tell other people that they, because I know a few of those couples, they actually tell me how incredibly happy they are. Well, when I see them together, then the guy is the gushy mushy guy. He almost melts like a snow puppet in front of the sun. The thing is that it's all fun, but like me, I would never do business with that kind of people, because this woman is in charge and he is not. The thing is, he's a man, but not really. He's far away from being a man. And can a man not be gullible and I don't know what around his wife? Or, no, I don't believe you shouldn't do that in public in the first place. Of course you can show affection, but there are levels to the game, right? There is the adult way, there is the more matured way. And by the way, when I label people as do it more adult, I'm not telling you not to act like a child. I mean, there are boundaries. I do believe in this. I live myself by a set of, let's say, gentleman rules, which I, for nobody actually, break anymore. I used to break my own rules for other people, and I'm never gonna do this ever again. And that's why I also keep people from the past out of my life. They have very negative behaviors, and the lies, the things are stacking up, because this is the thing. See, because I keep my brain as healthy as possible, and I put in the work every single day, which means I am way ahead of those people who are doing the 9 to 5. They're already bored, they're already having the end of the day, the television session. I haven't watched last year I watched 35 minutes of television, which means, because I don't see the benefit for my brain. It doesn't get stimulated, it only gets dull. And if you repeat something that actually works out in a negative way, well, trust me, that is gonna work out a negative way. You make your brain lazy, and then they say, yeah, maybe if I read every week a book, good for you. But I prefer to perform as a high performer instead of doing something, let's say, the mediocre way, and your brain will only be kept, quote unquote, healthy as a mediocre person. And how many people actually read? Yeah, I read book, I read the subtitles on a YouTube video. Also nice, but you know what? When you really actually, I'm using Kindle. I used to read a lot. I don't want to spend so much time on it anymore. Simply also because I'm trying to put everything into work, like my vlogging journey. I gave it a place. It's part of my habits now. I don't feel all comfortable in front of the camera anymore. In the beginning I did. I do believe somehow, somewhat, I can stick around one single topic more than in the beginning. But now I'm gonna, but also the whole playlists, right? Because I am very diverse. I'm also having a lot of things to share. And I haven't, this is only a tiny tip of the iceberg, you know? Because when I start really speaking, see, I also had tried to touch a little bit what is possible on the YouTube thing, you know? I also don't want to get cancelled. Not that I'm gonna get in discrimination or politics and all kind of stuff that actually gets you really banned, but I can talk about a lot of situations that are totally out of, you know, it's Hollywood quality, Hollywood movie quality content. Anyway, besides that, and next to that, you know, I have a very colorful palette of contacts from the bottom until the very high level people that most people who run around in suits every day in Lake Ass can only dream about. And yes, maybe they once in a while see them around in the restaurant where they eat, but I sit on the table. And not only this, there's so much other stuff. But when it's about my vlogging journey, YouTube algorithm tried to pick it up. So we got first the playlist, the calisthenics one, we got the mindset and life lessons playlists, and then we got the series. I call them the series, where I, you know, spend 50 minutes to talk about one single topic with subtopics to actually put the main topic more into why. Hey, so you understand the why is it important. You know, that is also another thing. Why are things important? Why do you need to be, and why do you need to be, let's say, that you have empathy for other people? Why? I do believe when it's about empathy, and then it's genuine empathy, and this is again, for example, so why is it important? Simply makes you feel great. Is it about being a selfish, as a selfish fuck? I don't believe that it's a bad thing to have sympathy for other people, express it, speak about it, but then also do it without any kind of an expectation. And in the meantime, you feel good, you make other people feel good. So I don't see the negative part of it. And of course, again, you have to train your brain. You know, you have to. And I know one. This is another situation. One guy, he actually put a little bit coins in some kind of you know, charity box, and he was waiting till the people actually saw it. So you know, but this is the thing. Not to talk bad about this guy. By the way, I didn't mention his name. But the thing is, if you do something over and over, it becomes part of you, and you don't recognize it anymore. See, and then you arrive at a point that it's, you know, I do believe that you start arriving somewhere. And I'm not saying though that the perfect human being. Nobody knows who's the perfect human being, because nobody is perfect and everybody's a fucking nobody. Anywho, the thing is, next to that, repeat over and over till you get better with everything. It's another thing. That's why I also constantly hammer on and get rid of negativity. What I also always mention in my vlogs, you know, you only live once. You only really live once. What are you gonna do with it? You're gonna watch it away on a square screen, you know, you're gonna watch it away, or you know, and if you're into gaming, you know, start live streaming, which I would, you know, if I would, I used to game, but I got, at one point I got rid of it because I saw, you know, that there is, because I did Call of Duty a lot, and then only free for all. So 10 minutes in, I think it was 10 minutes games, and then that is the only thing it was. And when I went totally addicted. But at one point I saw, hey, I'm addicted to it. That's not good, because at one point, craving, you know, you crave for your Xbox. I think it was an Xbox, or maybe a PlayStation. I also had a PlayStation and a GameCube, you know, very addictive stuff. But when you do something like this, I think if you anyway do it, start also streaming. If I would ever go in gaming again, I would stream. Maybe I will. You know, I got nothing against gaming, and or let's say it like this: if you really like watching TV, maybe can you stream yourself and comment non-stop on watching the TV stuff, you know? Then at least there will be something that actually stimulates your brain. You reach other people, and maybe, you know, you form some kind of voice that maybe people even start noticing you and picking you up as a commenter for famous things. Just saying, you know, like this, there is some kind of growth element involved. You know, if you only watch television, you sit down and think about this. You sit down and you just watch this thing, what is going on over there, adventures of other people. Go outside in the world. Yeah, is everything like a Hollywood movie, or as exciting as the background of my vlogs? No. But you can make things very interesting, right? The fact that I'm walking over here, let's say, in this park, you know, isn't that nice? I just shoot a YouTube video. In the meantime, I'm uploading other videos on TikTok and Instagram, and in the meantime, tons and tons of videos are every day distributed to where actually? At the moment, over, I think, around 15 Facebook pages. And where else is it going? Instagram is on the schedule. Where is another one? And then I'm gonna stop talking also in this vlog, because I can see where we're going now. The thing is, oh yeah, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and I want to do Tumblr. So, you know, hundreds and hundreds of videos every single day getting out there. And the thing is, I shoot one time a video, and maybe after 10 years this video, you know, people will, you know, then I very famous and everything. Wink wink, subscribe. But anyway, the thing is now the distribution from the older videos, and you know, in the beginning I also felt very uncomfortable about it, because in the beginning I thought, oh man, did you really speak like this? But you know what, those are mistakes that I openly made. Mistakes. Is it a mistake, or is it something, you know, I'm willing to fail publicly, and then everybody can point the finger and say ha ha ha. Well, that's my vlogging journey a little bit, and I want to but let's see how many minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes. I think that's a good amount of minutes. Let's cut this vlog. This is vlog actually 133, and the thing is, and that's it. Vlog number 133. Check out my playlist, the calisthenics one, mindset. Oh yeah, and the work structure. And I have to add things. I do have explanation videos for the distribution of any kind of content from any kind of social media network, so you can actually become some automatic reporter. Okay, anyway, let's cut this video, and then that's another thing. I'm not gonna do the vlogging like this every day anymore. I'm just gonna do it whenever I want. Okay, there will be some sort of, you know, maybe 2 days in between, maybe even every day. But I don't want to. And this is, let's do a little bit an afterward. Last thought, you know, about my vlogging. So I got the 5 series one. Forces me a little bit to stay around one topic. I think that's a good thing, to tell the algorithm a little bit, you know, try to carve out this audience for me, please, 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 please. And then this kind of vlogs, and just drop things that come in my mind, and then I can just release the stuff that I want to think about or thought about, and just dump it on the internet. And maybe one of those hyperactive people like you know, they get sparked a little bit, and they say, oh, let me do something like this, let me try this a little bit, you know, maybe. You never know. And the thing is, I only anyway would walk over here. I would walk to the supermarket and I'd just record myself. I optimize the time. This morning I did I think a 6.5 kilometer run, just to relax, and that's it. Okay, cut it out. Vlog number 133, we're out.